Hi guys, welcome back to another video by the Success Registry. Today, I just want to talk about something that happened in the past few weeks, which is I was actually featured on the magazine. So some of you I managed to share the story with and to actually explain what was happening and all those things. But I know some of you are wondering like why am I being interviewed or being featured on the magazine? So yeah, so here's the story. It's not like I did anything or I achieved something, but okay, I just happened to be the youngest person available in the organization because actually this was initiated by my employer. So it's not like something that I went out looking for. But because I'm also in a position whereby I interview other people, so I think it will also be great for me to share my story as well. But it's just that on my side, I'm not doing business or anything, but it's just for me, it's just my career background as to where I started and where I'm coming from. So I'm gonna keep this real short. So the magazine that I was featured in, this is the magazine. It's called the Future Stars. I hope you can see all of it. So yeah, that's the name of the magazine. So yeah, I was featured on this magazine, and there's 2 pages that's about my story inside. So yeah, and there was few questions that were actually highlighted there, and I know some of you would like to find out like what is the story about and all those things. So yeah, this is the story which I won't actually go through in details, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the actual Q&A inside on the description box so that you can actually see what happened and everything. But just to show you guys, so this is my story. As you can see over there, I hope you can see clearly, but don't worry about what's written. I just want to show this is available on page 10 and 11. And yeah, so what happened is the company, which is the Future Stars magazine, in partnership with the Career Junctions, so came to my organization, and then because we do actually advertising with them, so what happened is they wanted to find out if they can interview someone who they will feature on the magazine, and then I said like, hell yeah, I'm available. So they actually chose me, and then I went through the interview process with them, and then we went for a photo shoot and all those things. And there were a couple of pictures that we took, which only well, this one that they put in here, it's actually featured. And then yeah, they actually asked me a couple of questions, which I'm just gonna read out the questions, but I won't give out the answers. But however, you can still go on the description and see I'll actually put the original version of what's printed here, because I also have the original version. So I'm willing to actually share with each and every one of you. So I'll kind of like read out the question that was asked, and then actually maybe I'll try to explain what is it that they were actually looking for. So maybe if some of you don't know what I do, I'm actually a system administrator, like ICT system administrator by profession. So that's what I do. So besides doing the videos, so question one was, or the first question was, why did you choose the information communication technology, ICT, like the position as the system administrator? So they're asking me why I choose that position. So basically, I didn't have to choose the position, but I had to be equipped enough for me to take out that position. So what I'm basically saying is, this is not about probably choosing a specific position, if I can put it that way, but this was about me having been equipped enough so that I can take a certain position. So yeah, I will leave it like that. So they asked me why did I take the position. So they actually found out why. So for me, I would say I didn't choose the position, but I equipped myself so that I'm ready for that position. And when the position was available, I was equipped enough to take over that position. So yeah, that was question one. And then the second question, they asked me, what training did you do? So this training that they're asking me about is actually related back to the same position that I'm doing at the moment also. What streamlines did you follow in order for you to become the system administrator? So they're actually asking along the lines like, if somebody wants to be in the same position as myself, what is it that they need to do? What is it that they need to follow? So yeah, it's along those lines. And then question number three was, And then what's your view on formal training versus experience? So they're actually asking me like, would I advise someone to have more experience or to have formal training and all those kind of things? So I've given my answers there based, well, my knowledge and my experience. So yeah, it will be different. I believe everybody has their own views when it comes to formal training experience. Some will say experience counts, some will say formal training counts. But yeah, I also had my view there. You can check it down in the description below. And then what's the other one? Okay, the other question number 4. Hope I didn't skip any. Yeah, question number 4 says, is there any type of personality best suited? You know, so well, they're actually asking about if you need to have certain personality in order for you to be in the IT industry. So yeah, so for me, well, let me not try to answer the question but explain the question. So the question is really asking if there's any personality that somebody has to have in order to be in the industry, or if you have to be like a certain individual or contains having certain characters. So that's what the question is asking. So yeah, I actually have my ups and downs with when it comes to this question. But well, I would say for me, this depends on the industry what you. So I'm not going to answer this based on whether you are in ICT or in marketing or sales, or you're in engineering or human resources or anything. But for me, I would say it will also depend on the industry as well as the organization. So mind you find yourself in the ICT industry, but then you're working for a pharmaceutical company. So that's like something else, and then that will need you to have certain personality when it comes to your industry as well as the kind of organization that you're in. So yeah, that's what the question is about. And then they said I must actually describe this question number 5 says describe a typical day. So my typical day as an IT administrator, well, yeah, what the question is actually asking is what is it that I do on a day-to-day basis, what is it that I'm responsible for, or sort of my duties, you know. But then, so to say, that will also differ according to the organization. So you might find yourself as an IT administrator, by then you're also responsible for other things that are way beyond IT administrator, but they're still within your line of work or within your industry, like in IT. But then some will say like, well, you're not supposed to be doing help desk because you are supposed to be responsible for the system. But however, I would say that depends on the organization that you are in. So yeah, it differs. So yeah, and what is it that you do on a day-to-day basis, and then what is it like, you know, yeah, it differs. I will leave it like that. And then the following question says, what has been the highlights in your career? So probably something that actually stand out in my career, so which actually specified there, and then I'll also relate to my current position and to my current employer. So it will be different for each and everyone. You know, we all went to a time. I mean, we all go through situations whereby you find that like some careers or your career at a point in time it's at a very setback whereby you find like you're not seeing any progress or anything. But then we also have a time whereby you feel like, yeah, you're really progressing, you're learning something and all those kind of things. The kind of exposure that you get in the growth and the skill and experience that you're getting on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that's actually what I actually put down when they asked me this question. So, and then what the next question says, what are your goals for the future? So my goals for the future, well, I answered the question based on my current position as well as where I want to be. So when I answer that question, or when I approach that question, is because I looked at what I'm doing currently, which is my position as an IT administrator, and then also the kind of training that I'm doing. So if you don't know, I'm still studying. I'm a student and I'll be graduating end of next year, and also take other trainings in like on the side, like during the course of the year, which are not part of what I'm studying. So I'll take different trainings each and every year. So the kind of training that I'm taking each and every year, they're the ones that will determine where I want to be in the future, or maybe the kind of position that I want to take, or the goals that I want to achieve in future. So yeah, and then the next question was, what do you like most? So they're actually asking me about something that I like most. So there's actually, well, different approaches that someone can put when it comes to this question. Like, is this career related? Is this just me personally, or is this just what I like, or anything for me? So I actually answer this in two ways, like what I like personally and then what I like about my career. So I actually combine the two and actually come up with something when it comes to that. And then the next question was, what is it that I don't like? So I'll still did the same. I answered personally and then I combined it with professional as well as career related. So I combined the two and then I gave my answer based on that. So you can see guys in the description below. And then the other thing is, what is my advice to the newcomers in the industry? So for me, I'll speak on behalf of the ICT industry. So okay, I also put my response on that there. It's also there on the description below. And then okay, let me come back to this question. So the last question that they asked me, they said I'm gonna describe my job in 3 words. So I will just read this one as. So the first word is thought-provoking. I'll just take that as one word, thought-provoking. The second word is motivating, and the other one is audience. So you can check it down there. So yeah, so that was it about my interview, guys. And then they would actually ask me to describe like the actually main ways listed out for my job. It's those ways that I explained there. So for the second last question that I skipped, what is the advice to the newcomers? So for the newcomers in the ICT industry, well, this is one of the fastest growing industry in the world. So things are like changing every day, and then you need to keep up with the change. You need to adapt to the change and actually learn what's in the market and what's happening, what's changing, and then make sure that you advance yourself almost like each and every day. So you need to learn as much as you can in a short space of time, because you learn something today and then 6 months down the line it has changed. So you need to keep your head up. That's what I'm actually saying. And then some of the things, they're limited to the organization that you are exposed to or you are working for. You might find that they will tell you what you have is what you need to work with, and then you find that you're only limited to that. But what I'm saying is, or what you need to look out for, you need to find out there are seminars that are free on the web, there are webinars that they do, there are conferences that are being held throughout the country, throughout the year, that you just need to register for free. So you can go there and attend and see what's happening there. They'll give you guidelines, whether it's about the product or it's about a software product or a hardware product. It doesn't matter what it is, but as long as it's relevant to your career, you can go out there and check it out. So I'll also drop some of the conferences that I've attended, which are for free, and then they were very, very beneficial. I know for me, it's one of those things that I deal with at work, so which becomes easier. But I believe for somebody else, you can also learn something and adapt from that. It will also help you when you go to someone else, because you can't limit yourself to what you have in your organization or to what you know. So yeah, in this industry, you just need to keep your heads up. So guys, I believe that will motivate someone, and then you will have a different perception when it comes to probably different career. So this is not only limited to ICT, guys. I'm just saying, using this one and using this platform to actually show and share about my career highlights. So I'm still going to be doing other interviews with other magazines, so I'm going to be published more, and I promise you guys, soon I'll be on the cover page of a certain magazine. And just stay tuned to this channel to see what's going to be happening more. And then I will be going out to different places to actually do some career advice. I hope I'll be able to take a video there, but if I don't, I will come back and actually tell you guys what happens and what other kinds of questions I was asked when I was out there. So yeah, so I hope you guys you enjoying this one. So forget not to check out the full interview on the description below. I'll also share out the pictures that were taken there. And then another thing, I'm not sure if this magazine is going to be available on online version, but I'll still find out. I'll think if there is, then I'll drop the link below, and then you guys can check it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys on the next one. Cheers, guys.